and it is Thanksgiving today. As I like to say, Thanksgiving is every day, not just today. What can really help with shifting trauma is taking plant medicines, or even microdosing LSD. And I speak from experience in saying that I have been healed enormously from microdosing. Microdosing has totally revolutionized my life. And I think it's important to say, though, that I have done microdosing with a very, very spiritual intention. The intention of healing, of letting go of traumas, of trying to rewire my brain so that it no longer operates in these sort of traumatized programs or these traumatized imprints. And I feel like it's caused me to sort of become a different person, to step into a new light. And a big part of that healing was sort of realizing that I was playing this character for other people as a way of surviving. I felt like I had to play this character so that other people would, shall we say, accept me. And I say that so that you have confirmation for yourself to say that you don't have to play the character anymore. You don't have to pretend to be somebody else that you're not. That's the survival program that you learned through your experiences as a way to survive. But I give you confirmation and affirmation now that you can let go of that. You can no longer move with that program, and you can step into the creator mentality of recognizing that you create for yourself. And I have really found that microdosing has allowed me to very, very subtly rewire my brain, reprogram myself to such an extent where I no longer have the same fears and anxieties, or in the sense that I can, shall we say, think about the experience, or think about the memory, or think about whatever it is, but not connect to it with fight or flight being activated, or not being triggered or wounded by reliving the memory or the experience or the trauma. It doesn't sort of like drop you back into the state. And that is because the way that, for example, psilocybin works is it basically causes your brain to create new neural pathways. So a trauma is literally just, should we say, a synapse. It's a neural pathway of a memory. This is where your memory has been stored. And it's so thick, that memory, it's like a scar. What we do when we microdose LSD or magic mushrooms is new neural pathways are created. So you can still, should we say, experience the memory, but it no longer has the same effect on you because new neural pathways have been created. So you are experiencing the memory, but it's not in that same intense scar-like way. You almost have like a different perspective because there's like it's a different motorway, it's a different road that you're going. You're still getting to the destination, but it's just a different journey. And I feel like that magnified across the whole brain just enables us to really shift our perspective at like a very deep level. And there's a reason why all of these things are, should we say, banned or illegal. It's because what they want you to do is they want you to take their medication and use their tools, because they don't actually fix you, and it just keeps you as a consumer. It keeps you spending your money to like buy the antidepressant pill to make you feel better. But the reality is that if you shifted your energy how our ancestors did it, which was the authentic way to do it, with the medicines that we have grown up with for thousands of years, which are the plants around us, if we use those plants around us, whether it's the magic mushroom, el peyote, the marijuana plant, all those plants, all those medicines will heal us, because that's what's been designed by the Creator to heal us. That's what we have evolved with. So if we use, shall we say, the slave masters' medicines and tools, then we are going to be, as we can see here in America, kept in this very sick state, because this is what is being designed. This is the creation of the elite, is to keep us all very sick and keep us all very weak, so that we can be better consumers, so that they can make better profit. So like I say, the way that we rebel and break out of that is that we change our perspective. We change our consciousness, our understanding. We no longer operate as victims, we operate as creators. So when we start shifting that perspective and we start seeing how powerful we are, then we recognize that we are the caretakers of the planet, and we are here to create the reality that we choose, not to have the reality created for us and projected onto us, which is what we're basically doing. We are giving up our freedom and our creative powers for these fake alternatives. Like this culture is not a truly free culture. The freedom here is false, it's fake. We are all born into a level of slavery. We are all born into a level of bondage. It is a spectrum. Some of us have it worse than others, but we all have to get a job. We all have to earn money and pay the rent. And that is a level of indentured servitude, and we are born into that. And the way that we destroy that and deconstruct that is by changing our perspective in the most simplest of ways and recognizing what we are within, because then we start to create our own reality, we start to generate for ourselves, and when we do that, the universe conspires. That is the law of cause and effect. This is basically all here to help us awaken. It's here to serve us. It's here to allow us to recognize the is not, to better know the is. We are here to know fear so that we can better know love, because we are pure love. We are pure love expressed. And we are operating and vibrating in a fear-based construct. But we must evolve out of that and recognize the truth that is within us, that we have been separated from, that the Creator is within us, that we are the divine source expressed, and we are creators, and that we are not victims like we have been educated to be by the culture, by the slave master. So the sooner that we start deconstructing and decolonizing our mind from the satanic death cult, from the capitalistic consumerist culture that has enslaved all of us, then the sooner the world will shift, and the sooner that our great awakening will happen. I truly believe that great people before us, all our great movements, the likes of people like Bob Marley, these humans, they came from the understanding that we are one, that we are divine source express. But Shadow does a very good job at trying to keep us from awakening, because it needs to feed, it needs to harvest energy. That is how it operates. All our religions are equally asleep, but equally conscious. They all profess the same thing, which is that there's one creator, or there's a creator, or that there are creators, or that we are creators, or that we are part of the Creator, and that all is part of that source, and all has been created by that source. So we are part of that, and by recognizing that, we must not, shall we say, desecrate the creation of our Creator, whether that's our bodies, or whether it's one another, whether it's the earth. We're just here to caretake. We're here to garden, to love and nourish, and to grow and to experience, and to evolve out of this fear-based state into love, which we are. At our deepest core, we are all pure love. We are divine source expressed, and we are here to remember that. We are here to awaken that within us and to return to source. And the way that we do that is by healing ourselves and serving one another. Serving the Creator, recognizing and acknowledging the Creator in others and in other things. Sometimes in life we have to fall to realize that we have fallen and that we are not where we are meant to be, so that we are able then to get up and to shift and change. So your fall now is your opportunity to recognize that you have fallen, to recognize that you are not where you are meant to be, you are not in your divine aligned purpose. And how exciting. Your mission is to awaken. You are a sleeper agent. It's the only way that I can describe it. You are a sleeper agent sent here by the Creator to awaken and to enact your mission, which is to heal yourself and to heal others and to make change, to throw, shall we say, metaphorical Molotov cocktails at this capitalistic consumerist construct that is being projected onto us by the elite. Your job is to express yourself, to play your music in the street, to speak your poems, so that your metaphorical Molotov cocktails and your metaphorical atomic bombs destroy the capitalistic consumerist construct. Because we destroy it by creating our own reality. We destroy it by no longer operating in the victimhood mentality and creating our own reality, where we recognize that we are creators and we do not operate in fear, that we operate in love. And by doing so, our actions are, shall we say, metaphorical weapons against the construct of fear, against the construct of shadow, because all we do is we shine the light. We shine the light and we share the light, because we are channels of source, and it just depends what energy we choose to operate within. Are we choosing to operate with fear, or are we choosing to operate with love? Anyway, peace, love. I hope that you're doing well, and continue awakening.